Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Tia, that's what you're doing on your first day, huh? First day in here.
Walking it up.
Ran down on me. She ran down. Yo, I'm going to tell you why she here. I have no idea about her work ethic. I just know that her press game is serious.
Okay.
She pressed me down. She said, yeah, I'm working with y'all.
Well, that buzzer's working with us.
That buzzer's working against us. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. If you're listening to us, then God has blessed you.
Once again.
It is Mack. No, it is not Mack.
Who the hell are you talking to? I know I've been gone a while.
I'm tired.
But yeah,
We're both tired. We both just flew in.
Absolutely.
We literally just flew in. But Ryan's here. Mouse is here.
Where was you at last night?
Give me
Yesterday.
something.
Atlanta.
Dallas.
Atlanta was 2 days ago.
I was in Atlanta on Friday. Dallas
So Neo came out.
on
That's fire.
Saturday. Neo came out on Friday.
Family.
Was
Zay? No, Zay wasn't there.
I don't know Zay.
He wasn't. On the first song on the new album. That's Zay. But he didn't come out. He was in LA. I was with him then. They went to Vegas because he had Dre's yesterday.
Yes, they
And
were
the
in
day
Vegas.
before.
Yes.
Today and yesterday.
Neo is he's an outside nigga, bro.
I've known him since I was 15 years.
I'm just saying, this is how niggas act when they're going through a divorce.
known him since I was 15 years.
Take it from me.
Take it. Whatever.
Niggas outside.
I get it.
He's acting like an outside nigga.
I mean, that's him.
Ah, damn, I can't.
For the marriage.
Oh, so now he's just going back.
No,
to
I'm
his
saying
regular-
that's it. Just go back to
I'm not gonna lie to you.
regular self.
I didn't expect Neo to be that tall. I mean, short. Thought he was a tall nigga. He comes across tall.
No, we're like all around the same height.
I wouldn't classify you as tall.
No, I'm saying we're.
That's what I'm saying.
You, him.
Yeah,
That's why I said, nah, we're about us.
I thought he was taller than us. I thought he was at least 6'2".
Nah, nope. 5'10".
He's not no goddamn 5'10".
5'9".
He is 5'8".
Yep.
We stood next to each other. That nigga is 5'8". Even with the dome, he is 5'8".
That's my guy though.
Shout out
Cool,
to
man.
Neo.
Shout out to the short
Shout out to
guys.
Neo.
5'9".
I'm gonna tell you this. Right now. Did not know. I doubted him. Because so the setup was like, everybody was like, oh, okay, when Neo comes out and it will do this way, and then Mouse, I need you to come up with a way to bring him out. Boom, boom. Like, all right, bet, cool.
Easy.
Now in my mind, I'm like, I'm betting on him just, bring him out and then, dropping a record and everybody's gonna go crazy. I did not expect like the big pop. Wrestling is the pop. I didn't expect that. Boy, he came out and he did that twirly shit with the microphone. First of all, he was doing that shit like I couldn't do it. I was getting tight. I was on the upside stage like
Yeah, because you've been practicing.
like we was in a fucking drum line. I was like, motherfucker. And so
That's his move.
So he comes out, and when I tell you the minute the crowd recognized who he was, they went bananas. I didn't know. Didn't know.
Listen,
I doubted it. I was like,
don't do that. Especially, don't doubt him in general, but especially in that room. Trap karaoke room, that's like built for him and his audience.
Yeah.
It's like 35 and up in there.
Watch your mouth.
Watch
your mouth. About 25 and up.
It's like it's
about 25
a rough 25.
It's very unrough 25.
It's been through a lot. It's been through a lot 25.
Yeah, oh, definitely a grown
That's what I'm talking
25.
about. That's what I'm talking about.
Definitely a grown 25. Like you grew up with
he looks 34.
Neo does.
No.
Oh, the 25-year-old looks 34?
25-year-olds at Trap.
It's a lot of flop.
Yeah.
In the room. That shit right there.
The auntie special?
Yeah, the mac and cheese. I like to call it the mac and cheese special.
Turkey wing.
Yeah, the little turkey wing.
Gotcha.
But I make sure they proud of it though.
They love it though. That's the best thing about it.
Oh, you was in LA when I did it.
I was in LA. I was in New York. As of last year, yes, you did.
I did the flop shit.
No. I was just talking about in general. Like, remember, I never went to Trap Karaoke until my first one in LA like a year ago.
Yeah.
And then
right before the pandemic, the Regent.
Yeah. So I've only been to a handful, but I've been to a handful in the past year.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I respect it. I love it. I fuck with it.
My brother be there.
Yeah, I'm active. I don't perform. I did perform.
Yo, Ryan.
We did perform.
Yo, no, matter of fact, this is the first time we've sat together to talk about this.
What did I do?
When everybody was about to beat up that old guy that got on stage.
Oh man.
All right, y'all. For those of y'all who don't understand what's going on, I host Trap Karaoke, best event in the world.
Clap.
And so I do my best. Not even my best. I make sure that security has very little to no interaction with the patrons. I take care of all of that. If something's going right, I like to take care of that. No pun intended. So Ryan, at the time, Ryan was on the bleacher up to the right of my stage. And then you came down and you were now on stage left by the stairs. You, Trey, it was one other person. I'm drawing a blank right now. It was you, Trey, and one other person.
This is the first one?
Nah, it was last
LA?
That last LA show. It was you, Trey.
Me, Trey, Trav.
So you guys are stage left. So it's I forgot what part of the show it is. I think it was like an R&B portion or something. One of the girls had just jumped on the stage because the venue doesn't have the barriers. So it's just easy to jump on stage.
First of all.
Shut up. We don't have to go all the way through this. Let's talk about what I want to talk about.
R.I.P.
So Shorty jumps up. She dances. I'm like, all right, cool. That's cool. Get off the stage. I get off the stage. As soon as I get off the stage, an old nigga jump up there. He's like, he looks to be an old nigga. He might be a rough 42. But this nigga is on the stage, and I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm thinking about to twerk or something. I'm like, yo, what you doing, boy? He's like, announce Beyonce's album. So I'm dabbing him up and like whispering in his ear, like, I bet, get off the stage. He just keeps saying, like, announce Beyonce's album. Announce Beyonce's album. This is the day that the album dropped. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And I get off the stage. He wouldn't do it. So now I'm getting tight. Mind you, this all happened in a span of 5 to 10 seconds. So now I'm like, I get my arms under him. I'm gonna get him off of me. But then he like grabs back. And then that's when I see Ryan, Trey, and Trav. I see them at my peripheral. And they're about to come up the stage. And I'm like, no. Like in the mic, right? I'm like, no.
It's about to turn
And
up.
then I see security truck come. I'm like, no, stay where y'all are at. And then Prezi jumped down so fast.
Not playing.
Like, and Prezi is me and Ryan from Brooklyn. He flew literally to LA just to come. He wanted. I said, no.
Everybody was just in a mood like, yo, we having so much fun. Don't fuck this up. But we gonna fuck you up if you fuck this up.
I said, listen, I whispered, I said, I'm trying to save your life. If you look to my left, to my right, all these niggas gonna beat you the fuck up.
And that crowd is like so on your side that I feel like
they would have, like, that's what I'm saying.
Even
like,
worse. That's just not a place.
Like, what do you, but it's so funny because in that moment, I realized how good I am at my craft. Because I was able to tell, like, he's just drunk.
And you played it smart. You didn't ask for any extra. Well, you didn't want any extra help because you knew it would have went left.
I knew it would have went left, right? Like I knew. I hate security. I don't even like the visual. Like just me going to an event as a patron, it just reads funny when security has to get involved, and they don't really gotta get involved, right?
I'll say this. That's you growing and knowing yourself. Because I will not say you did the same shit. You would have released the floodgate if this was 14 months ago. And you would have told niggas, maybe, all right, I'll give you 18.
18
months ago, you would have said, yes, pull up.
Backstage.
Pull up.
Yeah,
He'd have got washed, the security would have hopped in, and if security hit us, he would have got washed. It would have just been a lot. But I'm very proud of you. This growth.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to be better out here.
You are. You're not trying. You're doing.
Grow with me. You like that? Listen, before we move on to anything else, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you follow us. This is the Guys Next Door show, so make sure you follow us. If you're listening on Apple, make sure you leave us a 5-star rating.
Please.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram, Guys Next Door. We gotta change that Instagram, but for right now,
we gotta do a lot.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with y'all. We're rebranding this whole shit.
You want to tell them?
I don't want to tell them.
Okay, but shit is gonna look a lot different.
Everything. Firing everybody. Everybody gotta go.
Everybody gotta go. So Tia, you better get that fucking beep together. But yes, so as we ask that you just bear with us, as you already have over the last 3 years. But we just feel like
I know y'all be hating us sometimes. I'll be hating us sometimes. It's all right. Sometimes you gotta hate yourself to love yourself.
I don't hate me. I hate these niggas daily though.
Well, if you hate me, look in the mirror. You hate yourself.
I like that black man.
Wow.
I've never hated you a day in my life.
There we go.
That motherfucking Mack Wiles.
Oh, Tristan. That guy right there.
I hate him bad right now.
But he'll be here.
He'll be here. But no, stay tuned for the rebranding. Just, like I said, bear with us. I don't even think you got to bear with us. I think when the rebrand happens, it'll be a pretty.
I think y'all are sometimes so upset at us that this would just be a day that y'all aren't upset at us, like a continuation of us getting better. I can't wait
for them to see the final product.
So they'll be like, okay, cool. We was with y'all in the hood in the ghetto. Yeah. Now y'all got a little one-bedroom by yourself. Moved out your mom's house. Elevate us.
We got a 3-bedroom, 1-bedroom.
We got a 3-bedroom, 1 bath.
Niggas waiting mad long for Ryan to get out the bed.
2 floors, 3 bathrooms on the top floor.
Told the fucker in the bathroom.
Bathroom on the bottom floor. It's crazy.
But yes, for now, make sure you follow us at Guys Next Door Pod. Everything. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube Guys Next Door. And like we said, we're rebranding everything, but y'all make sure y'all get in there now so it's a seamless transition. Patreon.com/Guys Next Door Pod.
Our Patreon's getting switched up.
Yeah, everything. Full rebrand.
We don't have one. We might not have one. We might switch it over.
Listen, make sure y'all stay tuned. What the fuck you been got? What the fuck we talked about me? What the fuck you had going on?
We have a guest. I got a lot of shit going on in my life. I mean,
it's good because we could talk to our guests.
I haven't been on this shit in like a month.
It has been. You've been going. Well, let's talk to our guests. Let's bring our guests in here. We have now. This woman is very special to me.
Hello.
She is my child. She is both of my daughter's therapist. Yeah.
You do adults too?
Yes.
She does adults. She goes by the Theranista because not only is she a therapist, she's a fashionista. She gets these looks off.
She's a fashion therapist.
And these niggas need a fashion therapist.
Because I need a therapist, definitely. Never mind. Keep
going. I want to make sure I get all her. I don't care where she was born, where she was raised.
I do.
She is an alumni. She is an alumni.
Of what?
Of North Carolina A&T.
Okay. I fuck with them.
Aggie Pride.
I fuck with them.
Aggie Pride.
I got a couple.
Yeah, you know.
I know
the
a couple.
Illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Intellectual.
Oof.
Lord, Agricultural and Technical State University.
Yeah, it was fucking you up.
I'm
alumni. Don't mess up the black people.
Should just stay with A&T.
Don't mess up the black people.
I am alumni and faculty.
You're a professor up there?
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. So when you see your kids
a couple people up there. Who went there? Rodney.
What Rodney?
Went there.
Rakai. Shout out to Rodney Rakai.
Terrence.
He went to. I didn't know he went there.
Fred.
I knew Fred went there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they all met. Well, not Rodney. Rodney younger, but they all met there.
Okay.
Tabitha.
You got people over there.
I got people.
I'm all my people right here.
I never been, but
listen, G-Ho.
It's the best.
G-Ho. All right.
Best what ever.
It's the best.
It's literally the greatest.
The best homecoming. We are the number
one.
I
didn't study there yet.
Public HBCU in the nation.
Home fucking coming.
I hear it.
I've never been treated anywhere like I was treated.
How many homecomings have you been to?
I've been to a lot of homecomings.
And you never got treated that way?
Now. But they were like the first.
Talk about back then.
They were
the first one to give it up to you.
They were the first one to give it up.
Okay.
They gave drawers up.
Okay, I get it.
Boy, I was walking across the yard.
Just happy.
Boy, I was walking across the yard. I was texting y'all. I'm like, bro, I can't walk. Remember, I'm texting y'all in the chat. I'm like, bro, I can't walk 5 feet without niggas asking me for a picture, hugging me, showing me mad love.
So you just felt the love. That's what
that was 2019.
Before it was there.
I mean,
it was early. It was there.
It was there, but
early
it was like
to the love.
On the tour. That was the first time on the tour.
Pre-love.
Yeah, it was good. It was like, I mean, it was like the first time with no condom on. You know how it feels, first time with no condom.
First time with no
rubber. Not just your first time, the first time with no rubber.
Scary and happy same time. Feels great, but I'm shook.
Imagine how scared I am. I don't know none of these motherfuckers.
You get mad hugs.
They're running mad hugs. And you know how my mind works. So I'm like, oh, now somebody trying to line me up.
I already knew you.
Then niggas took me behind the fucking where they had all the food. Nah, niggas.
Tailgate.
Niggas took me to the tailgate, but they took me. But they took me behind the joint. They took me behind the.
They took you behind.
What the food truck things?
Trucks.
The Fan Fest, the Aggie Fest.
That nigga, they took me back there. So I'm eating the food
with the people.
With the people, them. Then Trap Karaoke, where I meet Alysha.
And that's where you did
that's where
you did your thing. So you showed out.
I showed out. I showed the fuck out.
2 sold out shows.
2 sold out shows. That's when we did 2 back to back.
That money you making.
That was good. Life's been good.
But they won't come back.
They won't come back.
No.
I'll come.
Guys next door be there.
Book us.
Pull up.
Guys next door.
No. We don't just pull up. Book up.
Book us. Book us.
I know.
Hold it down.
But yes, we have I call her doctor. I speak into existence every time. We have therapist and professor Alysha Williams in the crib today. Clap it up. Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for having
all of that
me.
shit. Alysha, what's going on? Now, why are you in New York?
I am in New York because it was the last stop of my tour.
What kind of tour you got going on?
My Grow With Me tour, the care and keeping of Black women.
Now, what goes on at this Grow With Me tour? I was blessed enough to be a part of the one you did last year when it was centered around men's mental health. Shout out to Kadeem and Inkle Barbershop and Najee and everybody that was involved in that. So what was the point and what was the goal of this one?
So I really enjoy creating unique spaces for people to be well, right? It's almost like a finesse into therapy and, like an introduction. Yeah. And so I enjoy people being able to just come into a safe space, but not realizing that they are about to fall apart so that I can build them back up.
So you basically are bringing them in like, oh, I got food.
Yes.
Little do they know.
It's
not the shit they want. It's not the shit they want.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, we got food, but
it's healthy.
Your ass, it's mad. It's
I have
salad.
Instagrammable moments. Like, it's a vibe. It's an entire vibe.
It's mad fried chicken.
Shut up.
It's the waft of fried chicken that gets you in there.
Walk down the street.
It's
actually
Popeyes
tofu.
next door.
It's actually we fried
have
this tofu. We fried it in the same chicken grease. So it tastes like it, but it smells like it.
But it's genuine and it's authentic. Like, I'm not about going to events, with people and they're mean in real life or they're rude or they just aren't good people and they aren't doing the work. Like, no, this is a safe space for sure.
How do you ensure that it's a safe space? Because I hear people say that a lot, right? Like almost like identical what you said. Everybody talks about women, should I say? Women specifically talk about how they were treated at some events, or you go to these women empowerment events or these empowerment events, and the people show you this like one side, but then you get there and people are snobby and snootish and cliquish. So I hear a lot of people say, well, this event isn't like that, and it's a safe space and we're not acting like that. How do you ensure that it's a safe space and that people don't get that feeling?
I do the work myself. I tell people I don't advocate for therapy because it's my bread and butter. I advocate for it because I know it works. I'm in it. Like, I don't, as a therapist, as a social worker, we are professional burden bearers.
Oh, wow.
How sane am I going to be able to be if I just carry everybody's stuff and I never release it? Right? So I do the work spiritually and mentally. I do the work to make sure that I'm showing up as my best self. How did
you become a therapist? What led? I always find that interesting. I think people that are therapists probably have the most interesting stories. Like, how did you decide, like, I'm going to be the person to get all in people's business?
Was you nosy as a kid?
Yes. Yes. See? I'm nosy.
I know where it started.
I'm really
you were diagnosing people
like
as a kid?
From a genuine space, though. Like, I genuinely care. Like, I'm not just asking you a lot of questions because I want to be in your business. I'm asking because I care.
No, you want to be in my business, but you care
yes.
about
and I want to be able to try to offer you a solution, and I want to make sure that you're okay. And so that was who I was in life.
This is very true, because I be telling her I didn't ask for a solution. I didn't ask for therapy. I'm just talking to you.
And that's what she said. She doesn't want it to be like a... Not like a session. She wants
the thing is with her,
it's a session, but
she tried to get me.
No, she got
I'm
you.
like, don't therapize me.
You've already started.
Never.
You just don't know it.
When
you even talk about your children, you've already in it.
Thanks.
You're in it.
All right.
You're part of the class.
Now watch the next time I don't answer the damn phone.
All right. Your kid's gonna tell you.
I'll pull up at this point. I'll
Daddy!
pull up.
Pick up. They gonna call you from their phone. You gonna pick that up. She gonna be her. Yes.
Exactly. Like, at this point, I'm so connected. It's like, yeah, just go hand them the phone. But I will say that as a child, I had so many people. I remember a friend, I tell this story often. I had a girl who was being molested by her stepfather, and she didn't have the courage to tell her mom.
When was this? You were young?
When I was in middle school.
Okay.
And at the time, I'm like, why are you telling me this? But okay, let's figure it out. And so I just remember, empowering her to talk to her mom about it so that she could move. And so next thing I knew, she was gone. So I was like, dang, my friend is gone. But I was glad my friend was gone because that means that you're in a safe space. And so I just felt like as a child, I wanted to help people because I wanted to be the person that I felt like should have saved me at the time, because I come from a physically abusive home as a child. So it was like, where's my social worker at?
Isn't that a lot on your shoulders, especially as a child, to help other people but actually want to be helped?
Yes. Yes.
Because that's how I look at it. I look at it as a place, like you said, you started helping kids young because you were young and you saw there was a problem. But there's also a problem going on with you. And I bet having someone step in at that time, if they didn't, would have been a great way to even further more what you're doing now.
Yes. And that's one of the things I benefit my success to is my mom, because she really did things in a way to where we weren't as exposed to the dysfunction that was going on.
Okay.
But because I'm the oldest,
you saw it.
Yeah, there was things that I still
It's always
see.
stay in the child's place, of course. But then once you get to a certain age, especially if you have siblings and you are the oldest, you're going to see a lot more, and a lot more things are going to be transparent because of your mother telling you stuff. But I definitely feel that. I feel like he needs therapy first and foremost.
Who's he?
Us.
You said he.
You want me to say your name?
But you just said us.
I know.
See, now I'm confused.
Yeah, I said when you look in the mirror, you see me. So what do I do when I look in the mirror?
Go to hell.
Okay, well, I guess I got tickets for 2. Nah, but I know he needs therapy because I know I need therapy. So I don't say it like he needs it. I know I need it. We are very much alike. We have the same birthday, same year, same day. So there's a lot of in common things, but there's a lot of stuff that aren't in common. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm up to it. He is not. So that's...
I know what's wrong with me.
I'm up for it. He isn't, which is cool, but I feel like eventually some form of therapy is going to not just working out. It's going to be something else, which he thinks is therapy. He might not even think it's therapy, but it's going to happen. So having these conversations are very much needed. I mean, this is our therapy.
Listen, I've always said, I think right now, because it was for so long, it was withheld from us, mental health.
Absolutely.
Being in a space to have mental health.
First of all, it was looked at in the black community as like something is wrong with you.
That's what I'm saying.
These white kids who have therapists since they was like 5 years old. And I was looking at them like, yo, you going to see who?
Yeah.
Like, you're
nuts.
You're nuts. Yeah. But whatever.
So for
white
so
people
long,
shit, pay for it, whatever.
So that's what I'm saying. So for so long, it was withheld from us. So now it's like this rush where everybody's like, therapy. And
you don't want to be on a bandwagon.
No, it's not even that band. I don't give a fuck about it. If it's going to help me, it's going to help me. What I'm saying is, you know how there's certain medicines, doctors will prescribe you certain medicines to see which one works. I think therapy is the same thing. I don't think it's a fix-all Band-Aid for everyone.
I don't either.
Right? I think some people need to sit down with somebody, tell them their problems, be given solutions, sometimes just be heard. I think there are people that need that. And then I think there are people who just need therapeutic solutions. Like, I'm probably somebody, and I have them, whether it's working out, whether just sitting down thinking about, like, absolutely nothing.
I agree with you to a point, but I also think if you don't try it, you don't know.
I never tried liver, and I know I don't want no fucking liver.
2 different things, but...
I was about to say, I agree. It's a season. It's a season. Like, you may not need therapy right now.
Fall, winter, spring, summer therapy.
Yeah. You might not need
You may need therapy next year.
Or you might not need your therapy is not going to be the same as mine. So it might not be as much as you think. And in my mind, if your kids is good for it, then obviously there's a little point in your heart.
Obviously, like I said, we want the kids to be better than us, right?
Because, I mean, it's really just going back and doing what these white people did when we was young.
Right.
It's like, all right, so now we're going to get you used to as a child going to talk to somebody,
just afford them the opportunity, right? Like, whether they do what they do, you afford them the opportunity. That's what I want to do. And like I said, I see the benefits.
But you don't think it's for you. You don't think...
No, for multiple reasons. One, I know me, right? Like, I think therapy, a lot of therapy, and obviously the therapist, you let me know if I'm wrong. I think a lot of therapy is, one, identifying the issues. A lot of people have issues and they are not able to identify the issues, but they're able to be like, I'm tired of this result. I keep getting this result. What is the issue, right?
Okay.
I know my issues. I know them all. I am not a person with blind spots. I got rear view mirrors. I see them all. Now, do I engage with them?
Do you talk about them?
No, but I see them. I know they're there.
But don't you think like there's some things that you don't talk about that you like there's certain things that I've talked about in the past that it's like, damn, finally. Like I could just, it's gone now. Or I tell somebody something
off of you. Like that burden is off of you.
Like I've been wanting to run into somebody and it's like, yo, I can't find this nigga. And then I run into him and I'm like, yo, I really don't fuck with you, yo. Like, and this is what you did and this is why I don't fuck with you. Now I'm like, yo,
feel so much better.
Peace of mind, because this nigga can't go around talking about, I don't know why Rod don't fuck with me. Yes, you do.
You know,
This nigga told you why he don't fuck with you, and you just are oblivious to it. Like, you just don't want to be a part of it. But to me, I'm like, now I can walk in the room and be in the same room as you. I don't got to talk to you, but it's like, yo, this nigga, I don't fuck with him.
But
like,
do you want to see what the important part of that is that you are not responsible for his response, right? So you realize that you don't have any control over his response. You only have control over your response. And you were able to tell him, like, yo, like, it's beef. Like, you don't talk to me, don't look at me. It's good. You go over there, I go over there. I'm good. You got something?
Facts.
You ain't got. Okay, bet.
Now we
go
done.
over there.
We good.
Yeah, we good. I tell people all the time, therapy is literally just sorting out the M&Ms, putting the reds with the reds, the blues with the blues, greens with the greens. Like, we are literally in there having a conversation.
From having all of them mixed up, right? Like, I benefit from having all the M&Ms mixed up.
No.
It's all chocolate. It's all the same color. No matter what color it is you bite into, it's still gonna be chocolate.
We don't.
That's how I look at life.
From
reverse,
our M&Ms.
Niggas wanted to argue that
good.
one. Niggas was like, well, they all chocolate. No, if you the red, green, blue, yellow, they all taste the same. And I'm a person who understands that. So I think it's trail
mix. So you say you got trail mix, right? You feel me?
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
All right,
can I take that? Can I take that?
Okay. Take it over.
So we got to put the cashews with the cashews, the peanuts with the peanuts, the M&Ms with the M&Ms, the raisins with the raisins.
It's all in the same bag. We're eating it, and I don't know about y'all. I eat my shit like black people, so I eat my trail mix like this.
Some people go in the bag and be like, yo, I love the trail mix, but I hate the chocolate chips.
What the fuck didn't you just go get the fucking trail mix?
They just didn't have it. Everything, you can't get everything you want. Sometimes you just get a bag.
That person who wants trail mix without the trail mix.
I like trail mix, but I don't like the chocolate chips. So I find the one without chocolate chips. But if it's there, I'm just feel like
pick them out. Yeah, you're a serial killer. Picking out chocolate chips from trail mix?
No, it's just put it in your hand. Oh, easy. Well, I just go through it sometimes, but that's not good as a person if you want to do the stuff that you don't like.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was fucking that was fucking good. I gotta shake your hand on that one.
I'm just trying to say. You know,
you will still be in that session by yourself.
Right.
But
I'm started.
Good.
I think if anything, a lot of people are fearful of therapy because they don't want to face the hurt and pain that they actually have.
Yes.
And it lives in your subconscious. But it comes out in other ways
definitely happens.
That we don't realize, and until you're willing to really...
But I think I need that. I've become one with my demons. Like, I like them. They're my friends. They are here for a reason. Like, without them, I wouldn't have gotten to where I've gotten.
Why do you think that?
But why don't you release them? You got to where you got and you love it here.
Yeah.
You don't need them no more.
Yes, I do, because I got to get past here.
They're not, but that's the thing. They're not going to get you past
them demons not getting you past.
They're not going to get you past
forward.
here.
That's not true.
No, it's very
in
true.
The book.
What, the Bible?
That in the book.
Like, that's not true. And you're holding on to air. You're holding on to something false.
Elaborate, Doc.
You are trying to protect this
Ryan,
thing.
Stop looking at me like that.
You're trying to protect this thing, and all I have is the word thing for it. Like,
That's
you're
fine.
trying to protect this thing that got you to this point when really it's not going to get you past this point.
But how do we say that? And it got me here. Right? Let me go
But it's
ahead.
the thing. Your demons didn't get you here. Your God-given talents got you here. Your God-given purpose got you here. Those were the oppositions that you overcame. So you got to really, like, throw those away. Like, they're non-factors. They're false. It's air. You have to allow yourself to continue to progress and leave them in the bag.
Child, they been here with the ride. We out. I'm loyal. Whoever you came with, point them out.
You see, I feel like one day he will, but today, as far as
I'm breaking them down.
Fuck them other demons, cause I'm down with my demons.
Yeah,
Fuck them other demons.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's just Some people come from above and some people come from below. His all came from the concrete like this.
What are some of the well, let me ask. What's the median age range you're dealing with in your clientele? If you're able to
Currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could say that. So right now, late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
Are the
perfect.
majority.
I'm glad. That's our generation.
Mm-hmm.
What are, and hopefully this isn't violating HIPAA, what are, like, what's the thing you're seeing a lot?
What are the issues?
What are the issues that are plaguing our generation the most when it comes to a mental health standpoint?
Transition, grief, childhood traumas. I'm having to, I have a couple clients that when in session with me, they realize that their experiences as a child were not okay. Like their interactions with their parents.
I can't ask you too much about that, huh?
No, I mean, you can.
Like I can.
As long as I don't, I mean, I'm not.
Say names.
I
don't want names.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell y'all names.
What was something?
Said I don't want names.
I don't want them. I just want to know something.
Yo, Robbie from down the street. That nigga crazy.
That nigga, I seen him. All right, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk to Robbie in a little bit.
I think about like what growing up could I not understand was wrong. Like growing up in a home that's like, all right, pops hit me, verbally abused. We not eating today. There's certain things that I know, like, all right, this is not good for me. What are certain things that somebody doesn't know that are good for them?
So, like, for instance, I have a client where her relationship dynamics with her mom are very volatile currently in her adult life.
Okay.
So there was a situation where they got into an argument and she was fine. Her mom kind of snapped and slapped her. And I was like, you are a grown woman. And your mom just hauled off and slapped you?
How old is this lady?
She is late 20s.
You need self-defense. I was going to say another word, but I will not. Because
What was you going to say?
Just going to say how she was acting.
Like a bitch?
No, she wasn't.
No, I was the P word.
Pussy?
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
So my thing was, this is...
She's like, this is like this happens often. Like she gets smacked, or it's just this instance like, shut up. Bow.
Yes. And so one of the things with her was she realized that her mom was like her in-house bully. So she has
So it used to happen a lot.
Yes, where her mom would like yell at her, but then they wouldn't talk again until her, the child, would apologize
for the bullshit she was going. And so that became normal.
Yes.
So now she thinks that slap in the face is just like, get yourself back in line.
Yes.
Don't cut. Okay.
But like, so say for instance, you're my dad. Maybe I get in trouble, whatever case is, I make you upset, but I'm a child, right? So instead of you reprimanding me, scolding me, whatever, like Alysha, go outside for 5 minutes.
Whatever your punishment
I
is.
have to come apologize to you in order for us to start talking. And there are times where you won't talk to me for a week if I don't come apologize to you first.
Especially as a child, you're like, children are always going to be like, I don't want to do this. I know you want me to do it, so I'm not going to do it, and whatever it is, until you get to that place where it's like, I ain't got no bread.
Or
I need something.
Or you're in that place where you're getting like, you're disappointing that parent, or you don't have that adoration or from your parent, and you're like, oh, how do I get that back?
Apologizing. I mean, I'd rather, like you said, I'd rather go through the process where I get in trouble. This is what it is. This is what you did wrong. Boom. How can we fix this?
Exactly.
Like, this is what you do next time.
Exactly. I have to come beg you for your love, beg you for your attention.
I mean, that all goes to a child raising a child.
Yeah.
Oh, like she had it young?
I don't even know.
She didn't have it that
but
young.
You still, I don't put age on who you are as a person.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, you're a child. Like, if I'm raising a child and the only way my child knows how to, like, come talk to me is if they come apologize to me all the time based off of something as I don't know. Like, you're not teaching me, obviously. Yeah. So this is why I don't know. It's like I'm not saying she wasn't ready for a child, but it was a child raising a child. It might have had to do with her mother.
It always does. It always does.
This therapy thing, I need a little assistant.
It always does.
I think I'm in there.
It do sound like that.
I could, you know.
I ain't gonna hold you. It do sound like Ryan is a therapy assistant. Is there like assistant therapist? No, it's nothing.
You ever
Like
seen
a
like a
physical-
tandem therapist, like two people,
Like-
for one person?
Like Jadakiss style. Like if Jadakiss and Styles P were
I was like, yo,
that'd be crazy.
that'd be wild.
It's intense.
Have you seen it before? Like double therapy,
Double therapy.
Yes.
You gotta pay double
It's
double
price.
third trination,
So like, what?
like penetration but thirdtration.
Shut mouth. Shut up. Shut up.
Therapy.
See, don't roll your damn eyes at me. You're in my direct line of sight. I can see you.
He needs it. He needs it, y'all. Therapeutic times.
But yeah, those are some of the issues like transition, unlearning, you know,
Double third nation is
Situated.
crazy.
Do you
Oh
just
my
deal with us?
as of right now.
You want to talk to them?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, so let me tell you.
They shit might be a little too crazy
So
for you. This shit gonna not make you want
I
to talk to nobody.
want a white male.
The whites from the Caucasus Mountains.
Yes, I want a white male.
Why?
If a white male is willing to see a black woman,
You think this changed the times? There, it already is a white male that goes to a black woman. I don't know
I'm
where
pretty
he's at,
sure.
but
I'm pretty sure.
You would take a white client.
Yes.
it's money, and it's like research purposes. But I think she really wants to do it.
All right.
Yeah,
I
a white
was just
male-
saying, like, I just want to know because I know there's different issues with everybody. Doesn't matter. I mean, some are the same, some are different. But
yes.
I know for a fact that white man ain't going 98% of his problems and will have nothing to do with I ever I'm gonna tell her.
And
See what I'm saying? Like, so
white men are very alert regarding their shit because you know I tell everybody deal with shit. White men are very alert to that, and so they know if they can see a black person or not.
facts.
They know.
That might be another barrier to them opening up in life and just
Yeah.
getting to that next level. It's like, yo, I can't. It's like, you know how like when I was younger, I went to like a private school, K through 6. And matter of fact, fuck that. One of my best friends growing up, he was my god brother. His name's Nick. Him and his mom had a relationship, but he was really like the white kid that's like fuck but his pops is black.
Right.
Pops Jamaican. So he was raised by his mom. His mom's Italian, but he was really on the fence like, yo,
That nigga had the best food choice.
like he
ever.
looking at, but the way he would talk to his mom when we were young was just like, it was in a way of, I have more respect for Ryan's mom because she's black. Like when my mom would talk or my aunt would talk to him, it was just
Pay
like,
attention, perk up.
what? It was never no.
Yeah.
When she would say something, he'd be like, I remember one time, that's my dog. He was like, she was like, how come you don't listen to me? He was like, because you're not black.
Points were made. This kid
Boom.
got it.
So I'm
This
just
kid got
like-
it. He got it from an early age. He
Yeah,
got
but
it.
it's like, I mean, those also go to child dramas and stuff, trauma and stuff like that. But to me, it's like, I could never tell my mom some shit like that. But when it comes to some
I
white
wouldn't
kids, it's
be here
like
to this
in
day.
a black world, they're very,
Yes.
when they're around us, it's just like, oh, hey, how you doing? They want to
Yes.
be super nice. But in their world, they could be the bully in their town for all we know. So it's like their problems, like I said, is a lot
Because
different
they know
than mine.
we're about that. And in therapy, I tell people in the consultation, you will absolutely love me on most days. And other days you would be like, girl, get me off this phone. Like I'm sick of talking to you.
But that's how it's supposed
you
to
know?
be.
Yeah. Grace
supposed
and
to like you every
accountability.
day.
I'll give you grace, but I'm gonna hold you accountable.
Are you able to, or has there been times where you hear something and as a therapist you're triggered? And
Oh,
if so,
yes.
how do you deal with that?
Mm-hmm. So I utilize my resources. So I call what you would say my big homies in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of talk it out. And I then talk to my therapist when I see her and kind of, you know, let her know the reaction. So like, for instance, this recently happened at the beginning of this year. And when I went to therapy, my therapist was like, bro, we haven't even talked about these traumas. What are you even talking? I didn't even know you had these. And I said, because I thought I dealt with them. I thought, you know, I thought that was good. And so what I had done was I dealt with them enough from a spiritual perspective to where it got me this far in my life. But there were some things that I hadn't said out loud to somebody else. And so I basically was like, all right, come on, do your job. Cause I got clients. Like we can't both be crying.
Mm.
We can't both be, you know, upset. So let me do the work.
Never cried with a patient?
No, I have teared up without them realizing, but no.
I'm gonna know. I'll tell you some trauma. If you don't tear up, I'm out. Like, why does not make
What?
you feel bad? Like, I'm hurt behind it.
Because
You're supposed to hurt too.
All the time. We hear it all
you
the
ain't
time.
hearing my shit. I'm different.
Don't
okay?
tell me that. I'm gonna be tight.
I'm looking at you like this.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Smack the shit out of me. I ain't even know. I'm looking at you like, what's up? Cry. Like, why? We need to share this together. That's how I know you really feel it with me. If I shed a tear, which I don't, you can ask Mouse. I probably cried 2 times in the past. Over 5 years, 6, something crazy with deaths all the time. It's just like, it's not in me. So if I cry in a session and you don't cry, I'm never coming back.
Noted.
Never coming back.
I got you.
I got to see
What is that? Right?
I
Like I heard somewhere it said, if you met a man who hasn't cried in the last 10 years or something like that, he's a ticking time bomb. What
bullshit
what do you
ass
think
meme you read on Instagram?
Yeah, it was. I thought it was bullshit. Cause I don't cry. I'm not a crying ass.
I seen you cry.
You seen me cry, right? And that's the only time I've cried being an adult male since my grandmother passed.
The crazy thing is, that's the last time I cried. I mean, she passed last month.
Right.
But before that, it was my grandfather passed last year. I didn't cry.
Before that time, the last time I cried was when they put my grandmother in the dirt. That was 2015. So what? From 2015 till
2019,
20.
19.
No, it was 20. With the pandemic, we was on the
right
thing.
after. Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's fear of being vulnerable, fear of releasing.
I'd be wanting to though. I'd be like, damn.
Nah, I don't want to.
No, I'm saying like with my grandfather, I'm like,
you trying to work?
Like, I looking at the lights, like
you was revving the engine.
Well, you could be numb. You could be numb, and so it's just a matter of unpacking.
Also, with me, it's out of sight, out of mind. I've moved around a lot in my life, like lived in other places, not with my family type shit. So like, and like I barely see people sometimes. So if I'm in LA for 4 months or if I'm in LA the year, but I'm back and forth, but I don't see you, it's just like, I think of life like a game. And some people laugh at me and some people be like, yo, I agree. But I just think like when I'm not around, certain shit is just shut off. Like, it's like, yo, I'm here. Yeah, things, you watch TV and shit, you know shit's going on, but it's like, is it really?
That's how I feel.
And so it's like when somebody passes away and I'm not around you a lot, it's like, damn, yes, I'm hurt that this person is not here. But it's like.
But why do you think you have to have like this over exaggerated, like tearful response?
That's what y'all tell us.
Who tells y'all that?
Yeah, I guess that's like to piggyback off that. That's like, what society tells. That's what we watch on TV.
We're not crying enough.
When something goes on in the household, it's like, damn, you're not crying, you're not emotional, you're not sharing this. Like if you don't do
grief,
this,
if an aunt passes away, you haven't talked to that aunt in 6 months. Like you just didn't have that type of relationship with her. Like yes, you're gonna be sad. Like dang, like you'll remember whatever memories you had with that aunt. You'll move on. But
what's the difference in grief, right? Because people cry. I was talking to somebody yesterday. And they had lost their mother. And obviously, this was way before you were expecting to lose your mother. So, you know, she had said to me, she was like, you know, grief is, you know, it's a forever thing. But then it's like, I don't grieve over my grandmothers the same way. They have full lives. So what is the difference between grief?
So I have reframed this concept of grief. And I look at it as I'm going to honor the people that are gone, right? To assist. Now, it doesn't mean that I won't have bad days, bad moments, but if I reframe my thought process regarding this person, then it will help the days get better, right? Once you go through like the grief cycle, right? Because we're humans, we have that human response to, you know, be sad, to try to bargain, to try to be in denial. And then there's this, you know, overall sadness, tear, like, you know, these trauma responses, right? But the days get better. Grief does not go away, but it should be getting better. If it doesn't get better, then that means that you're stuck in one of the stages. And you got to figure out, why are you stuck? Because another thing that grief does is it triggers other things that you haven't dealt with. So I tell people, grief meets grief, right? So for instance, when I lost my uncle in 2019, February, when Nipsey was killed in April?
Yeah, he was killed it was like March 31st, April 1st. It was
before.
It was like, yeah, it was like...
It was before our birthdays, for sure.
It was definitely way before. It was before our birthdays. It was like the end of March, beginning of April.
Yeah, it was like
I cried like a baby for no reason. I'm not a Nipsey fan. I won't even sit here and act like I can rap 16 bars. I can't, right? I might know a chorus. I know him as Lauren London's husband. Like,
Okay.
for
So
me,
disrespectful.
but I'm sorry, fans out there. But for me, it was, okay, wow, this man was a pillar in his community. He was a loving father, a loving husband, you know, and I'm looking at that was who my uncle was to me. He raised me. And so I automatically had a response to that, right? And, you know, it should get better. And so I began to look at it as, if I lose you, I will honor you, right? I will honor who you were in my life. I will honor the things that you said to me, the things that you instilled in me. And hey, we're going to keep going because I can't get stuck. I got to keep going.
What about grieving people that are still alive?
You have to do that as well. Any type of loss, you have to grieve that.
Okay,
Because
I see what you're saying.
Because it may not come back. It may come back, but it may not come back. So you have to realize that you don't have any control over somebody else's actions. So if I chose to walk away from you, you don't have any control over that. But you have to grieve this experience. Because you don't have any control over whether you're going to get it back or not.
Are you one of those therapists that like heavy on like these like made up mantras, or like not mantras, but like these quotes, right? Like we live in a society. Everybody wants their moment. Everybody wants their quotable moment. So it's like, you know, even like the Justin LeBoys and things of that nature. Like I could see people tweeting and posting shit that'll be like, oh, I want this to be reposted. Like I was saying on Twitter today, I was like, my worst fear is that like one of my viral clips gets like repurposed and like they put that serious ass like soft music over it, and like one of the brunch boot wearing ass niggas posted like message, and I'm like, no, I will die. Like I will die if niggas post some shit I
Soundtrack on
said.
your shit.
Like I would die, bro. But like in this era where people is like living on quotes, quotables, oh this, that, and the third. Like we was talking about it before. Like you know how everybody's like, oh, if you're the smartest person in the room, move, go to a different room.
Yeah.
I think that's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like literally one of the most stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. Are you somebody who like gets hyped up or like drive home these quotes for people, like give people the gumption that, oh yeah, you got to get this pumped up courage to move past it, or do you?
No, because I do the work in real life. Like I'm out here in the streets for real, being a therapist for real, and I want.
What is that like? You wake up at like 4 a.m., call somebody, talk to them. Like how does that go?
When she started talking, I started hearing like 50 Cent, like
I heard hear mad Rocky music. I can see you waking up full, running up the steps by the Brooklyn Museum or some shit like.
I try to go walking
I'm really out here like every
I try
day.
to drink my water, mind my business. No, but seriously. But I require people to do the work, right? Like this isn't a game. Therapy ain't cheap. So if you gonna come, get your money's worth.
I was just about to ask you how much. I was gonna wait off air, but you sound expensive. If I can, I might have to go to one of those free joints first.
You can.
Sounded expensive. That was enough.
Yeah, therapy is expensive. I like. Oof. Heard all I need to hear.
You can afford it. Therapy is accessible.
How you gonna tell me what I
Child,
you can afford it. Therapy is
free.
This is why the white people is always ahead of us with this shit, because they had money to spend on that.
So let me tell you.
Or you could remain fucked up for free.
No,
And that's
absolutely
what black people
not.
chose. Like, yo,
Absolutely
pay
not.
this white person to tell me about
Absolutely
to listen
not.
to me about my problems. Black people was never going for that 30 years ago, 20 years ago. What? 10
There
years.
I'm not going for it today.
There is insurance. There are sliding scales. There are organizations out here paying for people to go to therapy. There are sites out here that won't charge you like over a certain amount. I like to think that I am the hood's therapist.
How much?
I'm $125 self-pay.
A session.
Mm-hmm.
How long are your sessions?
An hour.
Once a week?
Mm-hmm.
I can do math.
That's good. That's a good price.
$100.
$500 a month?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Depending on where you're at in life.
Yes. So I had a student discount.
You got a barter system? I got some
barter system.
First of all, it's perks to being my friend. Okay? It might be something you want. Yo, Rob,
Say
Got
less.
you.
Just listen.
Tickets. Got you. Trap karaoke. Trying to go. Got you. Any city. You and a friend.
The crazy thing is, I know the host.
Today. Could be a different city. You might see me at the door. Yeah, I know. It's not here. He's on stage. Text him.
Text him. He'll answer.
He'll answer. But if not, need that
You
session.
gotta come through right.
I need that session. Pull up.
Pull up right now.
Nah, but like I said, I'm not against it. I want to do it. I actually want to get better.
You want to deal with your shit.
I want to deal with my shit. And sometimes the way I deal with my shit is I just don't talk to nobody. Like, I just stay in the house and just be in my own way and sleep and just like, all right. And then the next day I wake up like, shit, I feel way better. But I don't think that's the way to unpack it.
I agree.
I feel like it's like when I come home after, like when I get back to California after this, I'm probably going to leave my suitcase with the same clothes in that shit for like 6 days and be like, and just take clothes out of that or clean and wear them. That's not the way to unpack, like, yourself.
You have to effectively.
When you go home, you're supposed to take all your clothes out your bag, put them in the right drawer. If they're clean, if they're not, go wash them to effectively get the, But
this is the beautiful part, right? Is that, say for instance, if you get back to LA tomorrow, okay, you get back, get some rest, chill out. You can put your suitcase, just put it to the side. But then Tuesday, you wake up and say, all right, I'm gonna deal with my shit. Let me unpack.
If I don't unpack it Monday when I get there,
I'm not unpacking it until the next time I gotta pack it.
I'm actually doing more work than I would with unpacking. I'm closing the bag back up and I'm putting it in the closet. Yeah, nah. And then when I can't find some shit, like, where's my clothes? I go in there like, oh, here it is.
But see, that's
time to go another one.
That's how I am, right? I've unpacked some shit, I put it away, but then I'd be like, nah, son. I need some motivation.
And you go in there.
Let me go get that fucked up shit. Yeah, I need that.
Nigga sick, man. But I get what you're saying.
I need that shit. I don't know.
I get it.
It's false.
Tomato.
My experience is true to me.
Oh, okay.
A therapist once told me.
Oh, okay.
So, I want to ask you this: in a world where people our age are so obsessed with relationships and love and finding a mate, one as a therapist, what do you even think that comes from?
The desire to be wanted,
loved.
What, like us wanting to date?
Yeah, like why everybody's so worried about. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I only lived in this generation, but I don't think any other generation was so worried about it. Where it's fucking
because it was already done. They were married and had 5 kids by the age of 25.
And I also think by people seeing it more of niggas being happy. Is what it really is. Back in the day, it was like, yo, yes, I would like to have married and have kids.
Niggas said happy marriage was a myth.
But niggas is walking down the street like, oh, I grew up with such and such, she loves me, and that's how it was. Now it's like, yo, I want the perfect this, I want the perfect that. Well, such and such got the perfect man. How come I can't have it? And now it's just like on top of. It's like, yo, that ain't you. And back in the day, it wasn't a lot. Yeah, you could compare the people in your town. But I'm not comparing my relationship to fucking back in the day. It wasn't like, oh.
They wasn't comparing their relationship to fucking
Smokey Robinson got the, like, what? They don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck that nigga's doing today or tomorrow. Like, now, everything is so accessible. It's like, well, damn, you can't do this for me. Well, Offset bought Cardi B. And it's like, yo, bro, chill out. That's not your world. That's not your life. Let's not compare shit that's not comparable. Like,
I think the unfortunate thing about social media, and granted, it runs our worlds these days. I really, at this point, can't see us not having it, unfortunately. But it has really jacked up our thought process.
every process.
Yeah.
Everyone.
The way we live in general.
The way we eat, the way we work, the way we sleep, the way we talk to people, the way we have relationships is a lot of it is based off of what we see on that screen.
Yeah.
Because we want that. I want this. I want that. I want those new kicks. Oh, I want that beautiful relationship. I want to go on that new vacation. And we only see positive shit. So it's like everybody's relationship on Instagram is so golden. Little do you know, it's like
goals. And it's really not. Like, you don't know the time, the blood, sweat, and tears that these people put into this relationship. You don't know the things that have happened in the past or the things that
they still going
people
through.
want to say ride or die, but this woman was riding until the wheels fell off. This man was riding until the wheels fell off. Like, people don't realize that reality is like a real thing.
We don't live in a real world.
Like
bro.
it's real. Reality is real.
Right.
Living on Instagram is not a real world. You're looking at some shit that's just like a TV screen, but it's magnified across the whole world, and it never turns off. There's always an episode on. Every day there's always somebody. There's a new character. There's always some. And so for us, it's just like, it's just another day to keep going. It's like, damn, well, if they can't be happy, what makes you think me and Shorty gonna be happy? And we don't got half as much as them. And it's like, stop looking at that shit like that, because you're never gonna be what you see.
And I think for us, our generation, we grew up watching all of the Huxtables, Moesha. We grew up watching even the Parkers with Nikki being a single mom. Like it was still like, okay, like, you know, if I was a single
still
mom,
fun.
Yes,
like
that it seemed like I could do this, right? So we seen the ups and downs of Moesha's dad and her stepmom, and then we seen them love each other. We seen the ups and downs of the Huxtables. We seen the ups and downs of the Winslows and all these great sitcoms. We had sitcoms, but we seen the reality of it. Now all we have is social media. Not saying, well, we do not have shows
about us
like that. Yeah, now
black.
We look at social media and all we see are all the Instagrammable moments, all the great stuff, none of the ugly stuff. And, you know, when we do know about the ugly stuff, it's a long anniversary post, you know, birthday post, whatever. Like, you held me down when I ain't have nothing, and da-da-da-da. It's like,
what is that, right? Like, as a therapist, like, I see a lot of women get mad at those posts, right? Where a guy will be like, oh, you held me down when I ain't have nothing, or, what's the one they yo, I done put you through a thing. I done put you through this, and you still a real one. You solid. Like,
oh, Buster.
From a therapist's point of view, is that manipulative? Like, what is that shit? Because I always see women
manipulative
complain about it, and it's never the woman that it's about. It's always other women. So it's like, even to the point where, like, you know, a couple weeks ago, the guy said
that was wild. I know what you're about to say too. She's not the prettiest thing.
My wife not the prettiest.
She's not the smartest.
The viral post on Facebook.
Nigga said she's not the smartest, but I love her.
She's not the prettiest, but she's mine.
Bro. Yeah, she's not the prettiest, she's not the smartest, but guess what?
Now, I don't think that's
fair
either to get mad at him. Because women say they date ugly niggas all the time.
He could have said it in a different way.
Yes.
That's all it was.
Women say, I date ugly niggas. They didn't be standing next to a nigga.
Yo, but...
You think that nigga knew he was ugly before that day?
But, yes.
Oh.
But, to bring it together, I also don't feel...
Cam, if your girl... Well, Cam young. Punch.
Cam is 19.
If your girl was like, I only date ugly niggas, you gonna be like, oh, you gonna... See? Niggas be thinking we handsome.
First of all, a nigga's gonna be tight even if he knew he was ugly. Like, it don't matter what. It's the fact that it's like, yo, I know I'm not. A nigga be like, yo, I know I'm not the most attractive nigga, but
bitch, to you, I'm supposed to be.
Exactly, but to you, in my mind, it's like, you with me. I'm not saying I gotta be fucking the, you know, that Instagram model nigga that you always, but it's like, you're attracted to me. And to know that you're not,
exactly.
I'm good.
I'm fine. These are my issues.
I'm out. Peace.
I'm fine as hell. So
I think when it comes down to relationships or that concept of somebody putting out there that, you know, I may have stuck with them through all the things, it's like,
I would have looked at them and said, look,
you should not be proud of that.
If you think I'm ugly, I'm with you. You thought you got what you could get. You wasn't gonna get that nigga that you thought was the finest nigga. Oh, you ugly. So why didn't you get a cute nigga? Nobody goes and buys an ugly dog. Like, I'm gonna get that dog because it's ugly. Like, nah, you got what you got.
No, they will go get an ugly nigga and be like, ugly men are just, they don't care.
No, because them cute niggas didn't want you. So obviously there's something about you too. We just two ugly niggas in the crib.
I will say, everybody just needs to deal with their shit.
Right. Unpack it.
I'm glad you said that, right? Because while we're talking about this, because it is such a prevalent topic in our community, do you think, from a therapist's point of view, do you think women, specifically black women, do you think they can have it all? The money, the career, as well as the family and relationship life?
Yes. Yes, I do.
What do you think is the biggest thing halting them or causing them to feel like they have to choose between one or the other?
Them.
All right, therapist. Well, okay.
I think that, okay, so let me tell you. I've had this fear that I've dealt with in therapy, that I do not want to turn out like Mary Jane.
Oh,
Gabrielle Union.
Gabrielle Union.
Sorry.
The Mary Jane show.
I didn't
How
watch it.
they perceived her.
That wasn't for me.
My mother watched it.
They perceived her as this woman that was so successful, had it all, this great house, this great career, a dysfunctional family, and couldn't keep a man. And it was like, is that all we got? Is that all we're worth? Like, really? Like, it's the best. Like, seriously? And if you look at Olivia Pope.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to bring her up.
Great career.
She was wild.
Great home.
I don't know if that was considered a great career.
I mean.
That wasn't a great career. She got kidnapped.
I mean,
She
okay.
was held for ransom. And
I mean, I'm sure that
Boca
wasn't in the script of like, yo, you want this job? You're gonna get. She thought it was what she wanted to do.
Yeah, she was because technically it was her firm, right? So she was an entrepreneur, this businesswoman.
Olivia Pope and Associates, yes.
Yes, but you are the mistress of the president.
White man.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you also have like this on and off thing with another white man. It's like...
It was
Get
like
your shit together.
It was crack-a-palooza.
Yo, like what is going on? And so
but they always gonna make us look like that. Regardless.
Exactly. Even if we look at Viola Davis, I hate that they pair her with white men. I just don't understand it.
I was just watching something ahead of it. Like, every time I see her face, I think I see. Isn't she like the face of something now?
The Michelle.
Nah, she's the face of like some.
It's either L'Oreal or Neutrogena.
Yes, every time I see her, I'm just like, no. What are we doing here? But anyway, my fault.
But I think I just want people to deal with your stuff. Just deal with your stuff. Like
I was having this conversation.
I know that it's so
tough.
ugly,
It's
and
tough.
I know that and I'm not negating the way that it makes you feel because it sucks, it's dark, it hurts, it's painful. But on the other end of it, it is so worth it. Like, it is so worth it. And I think for me, that has been the goal for me with this Grow With Me tour, is that I have been able to be this example of I am what the other side of darkness look like. I am the light at the end of the tunnel because I've done the work, been through all the shit. Like, for me to get up and say a girl that has experienced physical abuse, sexual abuse, my dad has substance use issues, my family has not been the most functional, I've had abortions, I've done all of these illegal things, like my life has been non-lives
on the microphone.
Whatever. I've lived my life.
Listen.
I've lived my life.
They arrest your ass. Don't come looking for me.
I love her truths because that means I can talk to her about my shit.
Like, I've lived my life. I've been in the relationships where I'm holding niggas down and I'm doing stuff that I don't have no business doing, like selling drugs. Like, I've done all of the things.
Where you from?
I was raised in Florida, Duval.
I seen it. Duval County.
Where I've
There
done
was a
all
few
of these
episodes
things.
of First 48.
A few.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Half a season.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what shorty.
When this episode come out, I'm pretty sure your patronage is gonna go up. They heard all that shit. They said, oh,
We want to
sell
know.
drugs and everything. I
I can talk to her. Yeah, me too. I sold drugs too. She could.
So I was having this conversation. A few days ago, where I told a young lady, I said, we was having this conversation about women having to feel like they have to make a choice between success, having success and being the epitome of success, or having a family. And that, like, black women don't get the opportunity to choose. And I'm like, y'all should see a therapist. So the first time I ever said this, I said, you should see a therapist. Because I feel like
I love how you rally for therapy. I really love it.
And just
I think some people, you need to see if it's
people.
for you. Like, you got to see if it's for you. I know it ain't for me, but it might be for you.
But you've tried therapy before, though.
Couples therapy.
Yeah.
And learned my lesson.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's your trauma of therapy.
It is.
I think it's like, I went to that shit and that shit.
I got cursed out
See what I'm saying?
because
that's his
the
issues
therapist
behind
agreed with something I said.
The crazy thing is, I've known for 3 years and I'm just not hearing this.
No, you're not. I told you this before. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, for 3 years, you just don't listen to me, but you want to be my therapist. Girl, get the fuck.
Let me tell you what you won't do is that.
That was tough.
What you won't
like
do
the
is
gaslighting?
that
Like the
because
gaslighting?
That was tough.
this ain't no regular
Right,
therapeutic
right,
relationship.
right.
I will run down on you. You know this. You know this.
That was tough.
But listen,
But I think that's his trauma, though.
And so I was, like I said, I think maybe women, almost exclusively, I think successful in charge Black women should have a therapist, because I don't think they know how to leave shit at work, right? And so I think that's a problem, right? Like, you're the boss at work, and then you don't know how to come home and not be the boss, right? And you may say, I want to not be the boss, right? You hear that, right? You hear every Black woman that's in a level of, you know, an executive level, a level of, you know, administration or in charge, like, oh, you know, I run everything at work. When I come home, I don't want to, but it's like, do you know how to give up that control? As well as I was speaking before, I think a lot of women in those predicaments allow their vantage point to affect their perspective, right? So just because your vantage point changes doesn't mean that the perspective has changed, right? So what does that mean? It means, like, when everybody was grinding, Ryan, we've been through it. We've been through it. 2014, 15, everybody was fresh out of college. Everybody was fresh out of whatever situation. And niggas, we was all, like, communal. The women that, like, run the industry now, that run our industry, at one point we were all trying to get into Ryan's parties. We was all trying to get into Katra. We was all trying to figure out what's the move. Everybody had like $50 between them. Right. We going to American Apparel, getting an extendo tee that's gonna last us the whole weekend. Oh, like, we all was there.
But I hear we was rough times.
Rough times. Asshole. So right, and then you see that once the women once they level up, once they climb that ladder, the vantage point changes, but the perspective also changes. And now, when we were all in this together, that good guy could have been anything, right? That good guy could have had a job at Kinko's.
It didn't matter what you did.
It didn't matter if you were a good guy, right? That was the important thing.
Now it's...
And then the vantage point changed, and now it's like, well, no, that's not a good guy.
They don't even look at it as like you said. Like, they don't even look at it as a good guy anymore, which is crazy. Just because they want to put the value of $1 to what he does to equate to what a good guy is.
And so now they complain, and now all men and we know men ain't shit. Like, when I say that, I'm not speaking about all men. I'm talking about the ones that ain't shit. We know men ain't shit.
Good
but
of y'all
to
ain't
say
shit.
to paint that, you're right, for women to say that and paint that picture, and it's like, well, you're only dating and exposing yourself to the men at your vantage point, which are not typically good men. Like, we're being honest. They're typically not good men either. They don't date Black women, or they think because they make a lot of money, they're allowed to cheat. So you allow those experiences to then allow you to say, oh, men ain't shit.
But at the same time, they take the positive things from that negative person and still put it on somebody that they want. So it's like, the dude don't treat you right. He makes a lot of money, but he cheats. He doesn't, he fucks you, but he does this, whatever. But what you take out of that is, I don't need a dude like this anymore.
Right.
And it's not going back to, you know, a guy who's working hard. It's, I need somebody with the same amount of money, but he treats me better. It's like, yo, bro, like, you don't get it.
Is what we're saying making sense when we're saying, like, the vantage point shouldn't change your perspective?
Still going to the same spot to meet the same nigga. Like, I don't like him. He treated me wrong. He got a lot of money, girl, but I'll never talk to a nigga like that. Where we going tonight? To the same club you met the same nigga. And it's like, oh, I got a new nigga. Yeah, I like him. He was in there. He was spending money. I know he got money. The next month, fuck him too. It's like, yo, you going to the same restaurant acting like they got a different chef. It's the same chef, bro. Like, the meal is going to be the same every time you go to this restaurant.
Nasty yesterday, it's gonna be nasty today.
Like, so the nigga on the same shift is on the same shift. Like, go down the street, go to a different restaurant, try some other shit out, and then tell me what you don't like there and what you do like over here.
So what's the answer for that?
Deal with your shit.
That's her shit. You gotta get that tatted.
Seriously, because
you gotta get that tatted.
I will.
You gotta get that tatted. That's the tat.
Yeah. They could be like, deal shit. I got deal shit. I got with the face.
She is a criminal. She could get deal with your shit
because
tattooed on her.
This is my thing. Trying to involve life. It has to be on brand. You know how you get on me.
Listen, abortions, criminal.
Be right on her left.
Sold drugs, criminal. She did mad criminal shit. She get shit.
Nigga be like, yo, what's this?
Exactly. Don't be telling my business. But when we create a life that we absolutely know is our best self, right? When we are at peace, when we are holding ourselves accountable, but also giving ourselves grace, being able to set boundaries, not being so altered by the things that we have no control over, then we begin to attract a life that is benefited by how we are, right? So I'm going to create, so let me make sense. I'm going to create a life that only benefits me. That only benefits me. I'm going to create a life that is all the things that I desire. I tell people, create an Abby pick, Black Planet MySpace days. Create an Abby pick for your life. What is the end goal? And work to get to that person. What does that person look like? What do you have? Are you married? Do you have kids? Where's your house? Where's your career? Where's your, all the things. Create a life that only benefits you, because it will then benefit everybody around you. Right? So if I am putting in the work to be my best self, then I have no choice but to attract a man that has done the same work.
I think that's where I'm at in life right now. I think I've gotten to a point where it's like the same girls keep coming around. Might be the places I go, might be the people I know, people I be around, whatever it is. But I think at this point, I look in the mirror and it's like, yo, it's up to you, bro. Like, all right, when you get that next level of finances or happiness or whatever it is, everything else is going to come up with it. So I'm not going to be alone at the top, which a lot of people do think. It's like, yo, if I do get this job and I can't show it my friends as much and I can't show it, you know, the girl who I'm with as much as I want to just because I'm working on my craft, will I lose everything that I have? And I feel like now I'm at a place where it's like, fuck it. If I lose it, it's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, because I think for me, of course, you know, money is great. Money is awesome. Money is everything, right? For the most part. But I'm not chasing money. I'm chasing purpose.
Money don't make you happy.
Yeah.
But happiness brings you money.
Yeah. But I'm chasing purpose.
You said I'm not chasing money. I'm
chasing purpose. Because at the end of the day, if I'm doing all of this work and nobody can experience that, then it's like God's gonna be like, all right, bro, it's time for you to come back home. You ain't doing nothing to glorify my name. You ain't doing nothing to make sure, you know, they're seeing the light. They're seeing me in you, not just you. The Theranista is nothing. Nothing. She is nobody without God. I'm not doing anything that I wanted to do. I wanted to be a regular, degular social worker, minding my business, working for the VA, getting a check, going home.
Like Mariah Carey.
What?
Talk about precious.
Your social worker. That life did not seem like.
That was not the VA. That was DSS, Department of Social Services.
It was a social worker.
Yeah, no,
different kind
she
of
said
social
no. But she was
a social worker though.
So I'm just thinking of the life. No, it doesn't seem fun. It doesn't seem like something you want to do. I don't know where you started off in your head thinking that. But cool.
You gotta talk to Precious and shit like that. You gotta talk to Bodie.
It's mad. I'll be honest. Having your job, it's a gift and a curse. It's what you make it. Because in my mind, at times, it could be like, fuck, I got to hear all this negative shit every day in my life. And then I got to try to turn this shit around and be positive. Like, it's a lot. So for you, going to therapy can also be having therapeutic conversations with people for your job.
Yeah.
And that's a lot for me.
Yeah, and that's why I say for me, it's purpose. Like,
so you knew you were supposed to do this?
Yes.
So you thought
wholeheartedly
you were supposed to be a social worker?
No, I'm social work therapist, same difference. Same difference.
No, don't put me in that world.
Same difference is crazy.
Same what? Social work and therapy?
So I've been licensed for as long as I've been a therapist. So
if you become my therapist, do not tell people
you got a social. Ryan got a social worker.
Yeah, like yo, we not doing this.
I'm Ryan social worker.
I'm Ryan social worker, therapist, same thing. I'm like, nah, boy.
I don't have a social worker.
I have a social worker.
I have no case number.
I'm 33 years old.
I don't have no case number.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I got you. No,
see what that social worker did to
you just a social
in that last episode of P Valley.
You're a social
crooked letter I, humpback I.
You're a social therapist.
I'm a therapist. I'm a therapist. I'm a therapist.
You speak a lot. You speak a lot about God. Where's that? How do you combine the two when you do therapy, or do you have to have like some type of separation between church and state?
So because I have my own practice, I can do whatever I want.
And
So I do let people know in the consultations that I am faith-based, that I am faith-based therapist. So I let them know, like, hey, For me, it means you can get from the trap to the church.
So you're gonna talk to me about the Lord in our
No.
conversations?
No.
Are you trying to save me or are you trying to teach me? So I'm trying to really.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it.
I don't know.
So so again, me going back to this is purpose for me. So if God comes up, then okay, we'll go with it. But am I to sit and place judgment on you? No. Am I to sit and tell you that you need to go to church? No, that's not my business. That's your business. That's your relationship with God.
But you're gonna share to me that you went to church yesterday.
No, I'm actually not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As long as it's not like, and I'm not saying it's not for me or is for me, but
Ryan don't like Jesus.
don't have these people on this.
Ryan do not like Jesus, child.
This internet.
I've been knowing Ryan for 4 or 5 years. Ryan do not
on this
like
national
Jesus.
Instagram, what I said earlier.
Yo, that is crazy. I'm not a religious. I just never had the. I won't say I never had the chance to go to church, but growing up,
that's the thing. Nobody should be religious. It's about relationship.
No, but I'm saying like I never went to church. Let's
okay.
start there. My mother owned a restaurant. We still do. Our busiest day, say this shit all the time. Our busiest day of the week is Sunday brunch. Our busiest crowd is the church crowd. There was no time for my mom, my grandmother to go to church and then get to the restaurant and cook for all those people. So I spent my Sundays in the restaurant, helping, doing whatever. But I'm more spiritual, and it's not like I don't believe in a higher power because I do, but I'm just not going to be like, I was there, chapter. I'm not going to pull out no verses, no John and all of them. Not me.
What you looking at me for?
That's you.
That's me. I'm churchy.
You churchy.
I'm churchy.
And it's nothing against it. It's just
because I like Jesus.
Yeah, no,
I love God.
I love Jesus. You only like him?
I love God.
Jeez.
You don't love God?
I love him. There's no like about them upstairs.
It's giving dislike, child.
It
giving
won't
0
be
out of 10 you would not recommend.
I won't be like
you're not
putting it down your
upstairs.
throat.
I already told you, Brian, do not call my phone.
I won't be pushing it down. I won't like push Jesus down your throat. Pause.
On a Sunday, the Lord.
Y'all keep
That's
playing.
not what I meant. Do not.
I might have not came to service today.
Y'all keep
but
playing
just know.
y'all keep playing with Jesus today.
Who?
You both of y'all.
I didn't say his name.
You over here.
No.
Y'all playing with Jesus. I'm not here to play. Not here to play. What does fixing your shit look like overall, right? Like to our generation. Like there's so much going on. There's so much unlearned. Like we're the bridge, right? We're called the bridge. We are the only generation that remembers not having the internet and fully being engulfed in it. Going to buy CDs, everything streaming. We're that generation. So there's so much to unlearn. Sometimes it feels like you're in a place where you're unlearning everything. And that can be confusing. That could be frustrating. Where's that line in fixing your shit where it's like, all right, unlearn this, but I got to keep this?
So I think learning how to maintain the balance of it all. One of my favorite quotes is from Oprah: "Balance lives in the present." And I try my best to only think about today, right? Not tomorrow, not yesterday. When I can just focus on today, then I'm good. I'm balanced. I can only deal with, because I don't have any control over tomorrow and I don't have any control of what happened yesterday. Now, can I plan for the things in the future? Yes. But do I want to become obsessed? No, because then it takes me away from what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And so I try to give skill to people. If you can learn balance, that will assist you in everything. If you can learn boundaries, that will take you far. If you can learn that you shouldn't get, too upset over the things that you don't have any control over, that will get you far. If you can learn expectation management, that will get you far. And that basically means if I throw you a party every year for your birthday and you don't throw me one, then I shouldn't expect, like, you may not know how to throw me a party. You may not even know that I want one. But I'm sitting over here upset because you haven't thrown me a party and I throw you a party every year. Was like, well, Alysha, did you say that? So then that circles back around to effective communication.
Did I ask for the party?
Exactly. So it's all this, effective communication. We get so upset over, everything when if we just simply tell people how we feel and know that it's okay for us to effectively communicate. People are always like, oh, I'm not a confrontational person and I don't like conflict.
Oh, what?
Confrontation is effective communication with pure intent. If you know that I love you and there's an issue, then I should be able to come to you and express that issue and we go get lunch after.
Unpack.
Yeah.
I'd rather you tell me how you feel than hide these feelings around, and then 3 months later, one little small thing and it blows up. And I'm like, yo, you mad because I drank this water?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you mad because 3 months ago? And it's like, I don't want to hear this shit. That was you? You mad about drinking water?
No.
Last
I
water?
was not mad about drinking
So-
water.
Just unpack. We here. I could be a therapist to a therapist. Look, you got something to say.
Word.
Therapists
That
need
would be
therapists. She
dope.
said she got one.
Yeah.
But you need one in the regular
Yo,
world.
that would be a dope.
Not a
Now,
therapist.
that would be a dope Patreon episode. Ryan being a therapist to a therapist.
I could do that.
Would you let Ryan be a therapist for an episode?
We can try it out.
First
You know
lesson.
what?
First session, first lesson.
You know what? Yeah, let's
It's
do
up.
that. Let's do that. Matter of fact, let's do that. Oh, now you scared?
Mm-mm.
Now you scared?
I'm saying time.
We got time. If we cut this, we could go to. You could do the Patreon right now. No, we can't.
I'm gonna continue this episode. I love it. I love it here. Thank you.
All right, I got something. I want everybody to hear. I don't want to get everybody's opinion on it.
You rapping now?
Shit, me. Honestly, me rapping would sound way better than what I'm about to play.
Hmm?
Oh,
Yeah.
where is it at?
Sounds like somebody unfortunate.
Yeah, where is it at? Where is it at? Okay, right here. All right, so this is from, you know that guy, the guy that got the, hold on.
What's the Indian?
The
nigga?
creator of tonight's conversation cards.
Oh, those group
Yeah,
conversations
and it just really it'd be having that nigga
with the dangly earring.
with the dangling earring. He got like dreads in the back, but he got a Caesar in the front. He's a very zesty young man.
Uh-huh.
Nothing wrong with being zesty. I'm just saying that's the word I'm using to describe. All right, but okay, here you go. Now this guy, his name is Ace Metaphor, right? I guess he's the creator of this. He irks me because every clip is him yelling as if he's saying something deep. And in my mind, I can't take it seriously because I know no one's in that room and you're just sitting in front of a camera yelling.
It's horrible.
It's like, what? You need to see the Theranista. But I'm going to play this clip. I just want to get everybody's thoughts on it.
Always talk about entitled women. These women entitled. They expect half your income. Well, we don't talk about entitled. You expect unconditional submission, but you don't do nothing submit worthy. You expect this woman to bring you peace in an otherwise chaotic life, and you don't do anything peace worthy. You want a woman to respect you, but all you do is disrespect worthy. You entitled. You think just because you've been born with balls that you entitled for a woman to follow your lead when you don't do leadership worthy. You're entitled as well. You keep saying, these women feel like they're entitled to my money. What money? What money do you have? But yet, we don't never talk about you feeling entitled because you want a woman to submit to you. You want a woman to cook and clean and do all those things, but you're not doing things that require or influence somebody to feel like that it's a good idea to do those things for you. Then you got the nerve to be like, well, you shouldn't be with a man that you can't submit to. Well, you shouldn't require a woman to submit to you when you ain't doing submit-worthy shit. We always talk about entitled women. These women
Niggas like this, that's why some platforms ain't meant for everybody. I think a lot of people just say what they think people want to hear. Comes to him, I'm not saying that's not him, but I don't believe that's him. Like,
No, I believe what he's saying he believes.
no, I
Because
believe he might believe that, but I don't believe
the lack of grammar.
But I don't believe he's been in situations to be able to even go up there and say shit like that.
I'm gonna tell you my first
He's
issue.
saying it, but he's not living it.
Yeah, I feel like you're saying it because you want everybody to be like, oh yeah, brother, yeah, you're right, and it's like that's not even true, bro.
That's the
like,
yes.
yeah, you believe what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the yes
But are you
mentality.
but are you
You
really
want everybody?
doing that? Yeah.
You want to tweet, post. You
You want the viral moment.
You want some shit. You want to pull a guy's next door.
And that's why I said
That's
I'm
what you
doing the
wanna
work
do.
in real life
You
because
wanna-
people
yeah.
want that. They
People
want
want
that
that.
to go viral. They want your name to be all over the place. They want you to get invited. Man, I'm out here doing the work in real life, so that's
as
a long
woman,
game.
As a woman hearing that, what did you think?
He's yelling. So one, I'm barely even listening because he's yelling. It's too much stimulation for me. First of all,
Facts.
Just
It seems like
overstimulation.
somebody got him upset prior to that, and he's just
Right.
himself. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna just take it out on me in this room and these 3 cameras. And I'm gonna
It's
like,
me and
yo,
these 3 cameras.
shut
Me
up.
and you.
Me, it's like, yo, shut up. But like
Say it again, Ryan. It's what?
Me and you. Me and
No,
you.
no. Just shut up.
Shut
That's
up.
what it is. Just shut
Shut up.
up.
Because most of these people that I haven't met him, and I'm not even talking about him. So if you hear this, I really don't care. But I'm not talking about you. But if it
I
shoe
am.
fits,
I
if
think
the
you
shoe
sound
fits,
stupid.
wear it. But I meet a lot of these people, and they'll have platforms, and you know me, I don't watch shit when it comes to like pods and shit like that. So I don't be knowing who has shit. So people be asking me like, yo, you know him? He has, and I'm like, no. And then they'll introduce him, we'll talk, and I'm like, oh, this is not even. You don't even know how to talk to women, bro. Like you are sitting here. And I'm like, oh, but you on the same platform talking about men this and man. I'm like, yo, I can't even, because you can't even talk to that woman over there who actually said she liked you. You don't even know what to, you don't even know how to approach the situation, but you could tell me how I am and how it, like, it's just.
There's many things wrong with his statement.
It's just like all of these therapeutic pages ran by regular people that are not licensed.
Ooh.
You give this therapeutic advice, but you're not a therapist.
Ooh.
And you are risking people's lives. Like, therapy is a safe space. You got them out here doing all this stuff. You taking quotes from other pages.
That's another thing I'm scared of. I'm scared of going to a therapist and then going on Instagram with my therapist. Like, yeah, I just met with this guy from Brooklyn. He was telling me about how his mom, oh, man. Big guy, you should know him, flop. I see him. I'm like, oh, God. Like, I don't know who you're telling this shit to. Like, it's scary. You can go home to all your friends like, girl, let me tell you. It was this nigga right here.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I saw him in
One
therapy
thing-
today.
I'm gonna tell you my biggest
And
fear.
all your friends know about me. I don't care if it's in a different country or not. It's like, damn.
This is my biggest fear about therapy.
It'll be
Sitting
true.
with my therapist.
Fix you.
Yeah, that. not being me. Sitting with my therapist and then going on the shade room and seeing her in the comments. Oh my God. Oh my.
Now you scared. Every day you like, dang, she gonna say something. I said, like,
Boy, having somebody who you have to entrust with your deepest, dark, inner secret, but she's under the shade room comments. Like, my worst fear is dating a woman who leaves comments on the shade room. Like,
What?
like don't you can't be my bitch and you underneath shade room comments. Like, you're arguing. You're in like deep day-long arguments about fucking Danny Lay and the baby. Like, this isn't gonna work, sis.
I just don't want you to. I don't want you to be paying other people's lives more attention than you paying your own.
Like, if you leave comments under celebrity pictures, automatic dub. Automatic dub. Women, men, it doesn't matter. Like, if you leave a comment under, the only person picture you could leave a comment under is Beyonce's, because obviously Queen Goddess. But any other celebrity, if you're fucking leaving, like, if fucking Chris Brown makes a post and you're underneath there, like,
pet peeve.
so fine.
Don't wish these niggas happy birthday. They don't know you. He's not gonna repost you. He's not gonna even see it.
Y'all out here wishing celebrities happy birthday?
It happens all the time.
I
Y'all
do
all
not.
see
I don't
it.
believe it.
Yes, I do see it.
You
I do
see it.
I
Happy
don't
birthday,
believe it.
Chris. My baby fall. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Tia.
Yo, stop.
Tia, tell the truth. I will scrub this Instagram. You better tell the fucking truth. You better not lie. Have you wished a celebrity happy birthday? Ryan.
No.
That goes against her.
Oh.
No, note that when we do her review.
I gotta know you, and to make it even worse, I don't even wish everybody happy birthday in general. So the fact that I done missed X, Y, and Z's birthday, but I'm posting happy birthday to the queen, to the king of pop. Like, yo, what are you talking about?
A dead nigga.
Yo, what? I'm not a celebrity. I would be thinking a friend.
I'm a celebrity, and that's fine. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
See, I know
moved the
a person
goalpost,
who has to be
absolutely.
a celebrity, and it's like it's more intentional of like, you're my friend. It's not about who you are, what you do, all that other shit. It's like, yo, you my friend. Happy birthday.
Yo,
I don't want it to be like,
that
yo.
birthday shit. Yo, you know, everybody.
People get mad at that
You
birthday
know,
shit, bro.
everybody has a birthday. That shit just dawned on me during the pandemic.
Every day.
I didn't know everybody had
It's like,
birthdays.
if I don't post you, you're going to be mad. If I do post you, somebody else is going to be
So
mad.
guess
It's
what?
like,
I don't do no more.
it's just
Nobody
trash.
just posts.
It's trash.
I text you. I
In
text
real life.
In real life.
you. I'm not
I really
nobody
have your number.
ever again.
Now, let's not get into it. Instagram definitely helps me out with knowing
'Cause you
whose
be
birthday
forgetting.
it is.
Facts.
But
nigga,
I don't know. Bruh, I don't know all these people. People be wishing me happy birthday. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, how did you know?
Or like some people, you can just go on their Facebook, look
see
in the
it.
about. It's like, oh, boom.
I mean, when I get your number, I've gained this that I just asked for your birthday at that time, so I just put it in my notes. So it's just like there, and
it's very
I never
intentional.
very intentional.
Yeah, it's
so when I
very
go on my
intentional.
calendar, it's like you see a little dot. Oh, who birthday is it? Bet, huh? Hit you up. Maybe it's a little rekindle. Like she forgot. She thought I forgot. Oh nah, I ain't talked to you in 3 years. The devil's back.
The devil is back. Is
You
nuts.
thought I left? Happy birthday, baby. At 12, at 11:11, actually. Make a wish. Me. Very toxic.
Make a wish.
I got a card
Me.
for you after. I got cards in my bag.
You kind of expensive.
Like flashcards.
What? See, I got those
Business
grants
cards.
at North Carolina. You got them grants for you? Is there a program that pays for my? You said there's program. You don't take those
There
programs?
are programs.
You don't
I
take
don't
them?
take those programs.
Whoa, shit. Hey, yo, I'll tell you one thing. I didn't share this with y'all. So a celebrity friend of mine, I won't say the name.
One that Tia Price said happy birthday to.
Nah, he's older. So I actually he's like 50. So it's actually in a way like he knew my pops when he was younger. My pops was older than him. They was cool, whatever. I met him not through my pops, but they know each other. And we were talking about therapy because he just lost his mother. And I was talking about stuff with my dad going through. He was like, yo, look, you don't know when the last days you're gonna have with your dad. Like all that shit that he did in the past, just like unpack that shit and just move on with it. So I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, my therapist is amazing. He's talking about therapist. Like, yeah, you got a therapist? Yeah, I was like, yo, let me get his number. Text him, call him. I told you gonna call you good. I'm like, I bet. Hit him like, yo, what's up? Oh yeah. At the time, I don't even think I had insurance or something. I was going through the process of getting new insurance. I was like, yo, I don't, but I can pay out of pocket. He's like, yeah. I was like, but don't. He's like, yeah, I bet. Text me when you get back on Tuesday, brother, and I'm gonna help you out. Cause I know you, I feel it. I'm like, all right.
Oh, you did tell me about this.
Hey, how you doing? Crickets. He has never responded to me since that day. And that's why I always gotta be like, yo, how much is niggas? Like, okay, I get it. He didn't even tell me his price. But to the point that he did not even hit a nigga back,
Yeah.
I was just like, God
Boy,
damn.
that's mad funny because
Yeah.
you did tell me that.
Yo,
before,
I was
and
trying to really
now I'm laughing
help my
again.
life. And he's like, I'm like, yo, just tell me your price. And if it's up to me, if I can pay it, I can't. Yo, hit me Tuesday. You back in town. Let's figure it out. So that's why therapy kind of
I ain't
scares
gonna
me
hold
too.
you. You know who I
Because of the
would.
price point.
No, because people just, if I can't trust my therapist to even get back to me about having a session, who else
So-
knows?
I will say for people who have those same fears, that's why I always push. Finding a therapist is like
Shit is tough.
getting a new friend. It's like dating. Like it's like going on job interviews.
Because
right?
I don't know if my therapist is only in it for money. I don't know if you're just coming in, this is the
And
cycle.
that's the
It's like,
importance
I'ma just
of a
talk to you.
consultation.
Yeah.
That's the importance of a
Couldn't even get to
consultation.
the consultation. He didn't even pick up the phone on Tuesday. Like, you see them, like, that goes back to it. Like, I can tell if that happened to Mouse would never he would never even try it again. Like, yo, I tried. He didn't call back. That's God.
And I think that's why I try to show up as I do, because I get all of these complaints and I'm just like, it is heavy because it's like from me to other therapists, it's like, yo, get your stuff together.
Get your shit together.
Like, get your shit together. Because people are coming at me and they're like, oh, well, my old therapist, or nobody's answering the phone, nobody's calling me back. It's like, okay, well, I mean, do you have some availability today? I talk to you today, 30 minutes. And I let people know, like, it's a vibe check, because I can also fire you as a client. I don't have to keep you. So we can figure this out. Let's figure it out. There's always a way. I try to make therapy very accessible for people.
So you do like Zooms or like FaceTimes?
Mm-hmm.
That cheaper than the one? Like, I don't got to be in your presence.
I like the haggle here.
I'm trying to see like where we're going with this.
I like the haggle here.
Is it cheaper if I come to you? Is it cheaper if
We
it's
can
phone call?
negotiate off air.
Yeah, see, that's what I'll stop talking now. That's all I
Is
need.
there like a guy next door promo code?
We can get you some clients for sure.
Listen.
You could be the nah.
Listen.
You can't be our therapist and my therapist.
Okay.
Cause you gonna talk about us?
Yeah. And then you're gonna come back to us and be like, "Well, Rod feels chill."
No,
Don't tell him how I feel.
One, that is not how therapy would even work. Because did you watch Run the World, the show?
No, he did not.
Okay. Well,
black
they
people?
all
black
black people. They all
Beyonce?
seen the same. No.
No,
Not on the run.
no.
I was on the
You're
tour.
such an idiot, yo.
I was just running. I didn't
They
see
all
it.
seen the same therapist, and she didn't cross. It was
This is
like
a
4
show?
friends. Yeah.
Was this a scripted show?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck, I don't care. Like somebody wrote that.
But it was a good depiction, though.
Okay, all right.
Of what a good therapist would
What
do.
Stanley said, whoever the writer wants to win will win.
Yeah, like what? Give me some reality shit. Like I work, but I just
Okay,
don't.
well,
I look at it like
I
having a
will-
lawyer. I'm not gonna have the same lawyer as somebody I'm working with.
Well, you already know you ain't got nothing to worry about because I'm not going there.
Yeah, I know, and
then
Mack already has therapy.
Mack already got.
So
pretty
that's
sure
I
it's
was
a
like,
white
yo,
woman.
I was just thinking as like, yo, bring like a guys next door therapist, like for the podcast on it, but it wouldn't work if you had to talk to me too. So no, cool, just us.
What you want to do? You want to do like a therapy episode? Like they.
We could definitely do a therapy episode. I think that'd be fine.
I'm gonna be sick that day. Yeah, I got it.
Zoom, call in,
I'm gonna be sick.
cheaper.
Be dying on my deathbed.
Unless you're dead, you'll be here.
Got a
Get
trip.
house it.
I got a trip to heaven that
over there
day.
in the corner.
I got a trip to heaven plan.
Oh,
You better stop playing.
it ain't a trip.
It's a final destination.
It's a one way. Like, not coming back. Well, you are going somewhere after that because you only get your tour only looks past the pearly gates and to the left,
All right.
heaven,
It's all fun and games.
back down.
When
And so
I'm
I
when
can't
I'm
come and
in
get
heaven,
you. I don't have a +1.
Don't
Bro.
call me.
I don't have a
I
+1.
don't have no plus ones.
Yo, they got
I
some
can't
niggas-
get you in.
You got some niggas with some braid dreads outside.
Yeah, I can't get
Talk
you
about
in.
yo.
They be like, somebody is saying his name is Fly.
Like, yo,
I said, you got wings.
I'm like,
I
I
ain't gonna
just
fly today.
I'm like, I just
You
got
gonna
here.
be flying today.
Logan be like, Rod, did you tell anybody? Bro, this is my first day. I ain't tell nobody
like,
where I was at. It's that mouse guy.
Guy go like this. He went,
Send him back to the
Robert
pits.
to the. Alysha, we thank you for hanging out with us, and hopefully we didn't completely waste your time.
Nope. I absolutely love the guys next door.
Oh well, guess what? We love you too.
Oh.
You used to have a podcast. What's going on with that?
Now she talk to niggas.
Our lives.
The Chandra Show.
The Chandra Show.
Where did that name come from?
Oh. The
None of y'all
viral
names is
TikTok.
Chandra.
Little ugly bitch. What's her name? Yeah. I don't know, some
As a
TikTok.
therapist, you can call people ugly.
That was her TikTok name,
Oh,
not my name for her. And she had this.
so you can't call nobody ugly as a therapist.
I mean, what you mean? Like call them ugly in the session?
If they're ugly.
I'm
What
not
if you
gonna
came
call
on Zoom,
people
right?
ugly.
Okay. What if you came on Zoom? It's a Zoom, and you only been on the phone. And you get on Zoom like, ooh. Like, what if they're that ugly? You think you could make it through a session?
This question is not on brand. I'm not answering this.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Mm-mm.
You think you could do it? You think you'd be a therapist for an ugly person?
Mhm.
And have to look at them.
Tell them the ugly truth.
I have seen all types of stuff, so stuff does not faze me.
Fuck you. Tell somebody, but tell them the ugly truth is nuts. That's fucking funny. That's comedy gold. And that is why Guys Next Door is the
just
best
saying.
podcast out.
Just saying.
Correct, it is.
Alysha, tell the people where they can find you, how they can get your services, you could call them ugly to their face, all of that.
Okay, so
Promo
my
code.
IG is at Theranista, at TheRanista. My website is www.theranistawellness.com.
That's 2022. You didn't have to say www.
No, well.
You could just led with Theranista.
Okay, well, and whatever. So that's my website, and you can book me for styling or you can book me for therapy, either one. When you go to the appointment section, because people seem to be confused by this lately. When you go to the appointment section, it gives you a drop down, so you can choose which one.
Getting a styling session. They are the therapy. What the fuck is this? We're gonna do some breathing exercises. No.
Or you can always
I
hit
didn't
me
even
up.
know what jeans to wear.
Exactly. Or you can always hit me up on Instagram. I'm accessible.
You live in North Carolina.
I live in North Carolina.
For now.
Yes, for now.
You need some merch.
I do not have merch.
You don't have no.
Look,
Yeah.
look,
You ain't no
her
college
friend,
merch?
Her friend over there.
You don't got like college merch.
Like, what
I
you
got the
mean?
plug. At your college.
Are you trying to barter?
Some may call it that.
You gonna get the faculty member merch?
No, I got my
She don't got
homegirl
the-
does all the merch.
She don't got this jacket that she
Who
wants.
is your homegirl?
tab.
Oh, yo,
Oh.
yes.
I think we're in there, folks. Yeah.
Yes. What? I wore her sweatshirt last homecoming. I know who that is. She
Right.
lives. I cannot think of the dang it, but yeah, you're slick.
That's my homie. She from over here. That's my nigga.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But
But she graduated before me,
Yeah.
so.
Oh, you
but she
calling her
still
old?
does. She still got her office up there, and she's
My
doing a
touch.
little scholarship for kids and showing
Yeah,
your
she's
age.
doing big things. Yeah,
Showing
no,
your
she
age.
is. So,
Right. What you got going on, man?
Just happy to be back, man.
Yeah, you back.
I'll tell the rest of my job stories. That old folks say job stories. Yeah, I'll tell all those shits next episode.
Well, you already know trapkaraoke.com, Trap Karaoke on Instagram. See you next time we're in your city.
Oh. Gersh, Viola. They told me shout him out.
Gersh Viola.
Champion.
I'm trying to think what else. Whitmouse Jones. That's up right now. Go watch that all on YouTube. On BPZ, Westside Boogie, Queen Naja, Glorilla, George M. Johnson. Make sure y'all go check those out. Run that up. Run the comments up. I'm gonna say it. If he don't say it, make sure you get Eco Gave straws. Put 1,000 in the crib like I did. I got 1,000. Literally have 1,000
Merch dropping
straws in my
soon.
crib. The yachts.
Yeah.
If you're in Tulum, get on a black-owned yacht.
I got some shit I'm working on. I've just learned that when I talk too much, it just don't happen.
Well, we gonna shut the fuck up.
I'm just in a world of getting the shit done and then
I feel
throwing
that.
that shit in your face.
Well, then we're gonna shut the fuck up until next week. Peace.